President Trump's campaign gets a shakeup. This is your 2020 fix. On July 15th, President Trump replaced his campaign manager, Brad Parscale, with another aide, Bill Stepien. Parscale will remain on the campaign in an advisory role, specifically as pertains to digital and online efforts. According to Washington Post reporting, there were a number of factors which contributed to Parscale's demotion. He's often had a contentious relationship with the president, who has been concerned about Parscale getting rich off the campaign. He also, in June, broadcast that there were more than 1 million ticket requests for Trump's rally in Oklahoma. Only 6,000 people wound up attending the rally in Tulsa.
And we will make America great again.
Eventually, we learned that the ticket requests were actually snapped up not by Trump supporters, but in many cases by millennials and even K-pop fans. The other issue with Parscale's leadership is surely where the president is in the polls right now. He trails by double digits in national polls and some swing state polls. He is a significant underdog, and at least right now, the polls suggest that Trump's standing is only getting worse. Trump's new campaign manager, Bill Stepien, comes from a more traditional campaign background. He was closely affiliated with former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, but the two of them had a significant falling out after the Bridgegate scandal in 2013. Although Christie and Stepien were close, Christie offered a very public rebuke of Stepien when the two parted ways. Stepien was never charged with any crimes in the Bridgegate scandal, as some other Christie aides were, and he's gradually worked his way into high-profile Republican circles, including on the 2016 Trump campaign. Republican strategists generally regard him as a wise political mind, very familiar with battleground states, and he has a history of working on presidential campaigns, including in 2004 for George W. Bush and in 2008 for John McCain. But at the end of the day, the question is whether the shakeup in the Trump campaign will actually lead to a change in course. It's well known that the president is basically his own campaign manager and that he often doesn't take directions from his aides. Republicans will want to see the president adjust course on things like coronavirus and toning down some of the culture wars that he's fomented. But the shakeup in his campaign can't help but be separated from how the president views his odds of being reelected in 2020. The question now is whether Stepien will actually bring a new approach to that campaign and whether the president will listen to what that approach is.